Didn't see you there. I'm Brad Respawn. Welcome to my little studio here. As you can see, this is where I like to come do some retro gaming, maybe play a little bit of music, you know. Sometimes I do both, as I find retro gaming is quite inspiring when I play music. But that's what we're not here to talk about that today. Instead, we're going to talk about these guys today. The Hercules DJ Control Compact and the DJ Control Instinct P8 as well by Hercules. I'm going to be setting these up and just running you through how to get them going, get yourself started, and you know, maybe you can start mixing some music. I'll also be using these Hercules DJ headphones as well, the HDP DJ Pro M1001, and yeah, I'm going to get these guys out of their boxes, and I'll catch you back in a second. I'll show you what's inside and how to set them up, and yeah, it'll be a good time. Alright, so I got everything out of the boxes. Everything's right here, and I'll run you through what everything came with. So first we're going to do the DJ Control Compact. So first off, this is the controller. It's pretty compact, super small, pretty good way to get started. I'm not going to run through all the features just yet. I'm just going to show you, like I said, what came in the box. So the controller right here, and as you can see here, it's got the one port, the one USB port there, so it does come with the appropriate USB cable. It also comes with some warranty information and a really, really well done little quick start guide here. As you can see, it just tells you, what you need, where to go to get the software used for it, and then on the back here, it just runs you through all the controls and then the software itself a little bit. We'll get into that in a second. So that's the DJ Control Compact. Next is the DJ Control Instinct P8. As you can see right here, there's the controller. It's a little bit bigger and it has a little bit more features. It also has a built-in sound card, so that means on the back here it has the stereo RCA output along with the same USB cable, and then on the side here there's your headphone jack. Again, it comes with the one USB cable you'll need, and then it also has the same warranty information and a very similar quick start guide as well. It gives you the same information that you'll need to basically get started, which I'm going to run you through in a second. Same on the back, runs you through what the controls are and how the software works a little bit. Super straightforward. On both of the quick starts, there's a link you go to download the software. I'm going to do that now, get them running, and then I'll show you what you need to do to get these guys hooked up and get sound coming out of them. So we'll catch you on the flip side. Alright, so I've got DJuiced 18 installed now after I went to the website and downloaded it like it said in the little quick guide here. Got my guy plugged in, made sure I'm routing out the proper output. There's just a little settings wheel up in the top right corner here. It'll bring up where you want your output to come from. Pretty straightforward. So I've got a track loaded up into each of the two decks. So each side of this controller represents one deck. So this is deck A, this is deck B over here, and it's pretty much like you can crossfade between the two. It's very straightforward. I'm going to get a little bit of music playing here and just run you through some of the features really quick. One thing that you do want to note about this controller is you're going to want some sort of auxiliary cable. That way you can run from your computer, like I am here, to my stereo monitors. That way you'll get a much better and fuller sound. So, like I said, I got two tracks loaded up here. All you got to do is you load up the software. You can click on your iTunes library or you can search it within the software. It's very straightforward, super simple to do. I have a massive iTunes library because I am a DJ, so I got a ton of music all ready to go. All you need to do is click and drag into the appropriate deck. So you just grab your song, drag, and it'll load up in there. So like I said, I got two songs ready to go. So as you can see here, each deck is kind of the same. It's got the jog wheels, the sync, cue, play, pause, sync, cue, play, pause, and the jog wheel here as well. So I'm going to make sure we're on our deck A. And as you can see, we got some music coming here. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I'm going to get loud here in a second, but you should be able to hear that coming through right now. Over here we got our volume control, so I'm just going to kind of keep it a little bit lower. There we go. Got some tunes going, pretty sweet. So what's really nice about this controller is it's got these 4 pads here. And when you press the mode button here, you can switch what the pads do. So right now the pads are set to cue. So that means if I went into the software, I can set cue points and then I can jump to different points using these different pads. But what I'm going to show you right now is the effects. So right now I've got some effects going. A little bit of delay there, pretty cool. Tap it again and turn it off. That's a little bit of chorus, it sounds like. I kind of like that. A little bit of flange too. Oh no, that's the flanger. Yeah, pretty sweet. What's over here? A little bit of reverb, and then yeah, there's the chorus. That's the one I like, the chorus. What's nice about that is there's little drop downs here which correspond to each one of the pads. When it's in effects mode, you can change out what you want. You can also change it to sample mode. So some of these decks will allow you to put in samples. So if you want to get like vocal samples or the classic DJ horn that you can do that with this too. It's pretty simple, but I'm not going to run you through that. I'm just going to take you through the basics. So once again, we're going to go back to Q mode, which is 4, and I'm just going to leave it like it was set originally. So if I hit 1, that should bring me back to my start point because that's the only Q point I have set right now. So again, on deck A here, you can see it's got the 2 EQs. It's got a bass and a medium. Normally on bigger controllers, you'll have a mid and a high. Medium's kind of the 2 combined. So this button as well will turn on scratch, so you can hear that kind of. I'm not that kind of DJ, so I don't know how to scratch properly, but that's not what I do. So if you can turn that off as well, and then these guys become like pitch. So what that means, you can use this to also beat match. It's a little tougher on this controller because it doesn't have a dedicated headphone port on it. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to go into your software and you'd have to balance left channel would be your main speaker and right channel would be your cue. It's okay to learn. This is a great controller if you're doing a house party or something like that. Just if you want to get your feet wet, I think that's a good way to go. But yeah, let me just kind of transition here to my next song too. There you go. It's that simple. Yeah. So that's the this is the DJ Control Compact. Once again, get a little look there. Yeah. I'm gonna switch this out in a second. I'm gonna move to the DJ Control Instinct P8, and I'll give you a quick rundown of that as well. All right. So now I've got the Instinct P8 controller set up. It's a little bit different to set it up. It also has different software. It's the DJuiced 40 software instead, but as you can see, it's got the same USB cable that's connected to the computer. And then because it has the built-in sound card, you're going to need an RCA stereo cable. They're super easy to get. You can get them anywhere. Usually a couple bucks, and they look like this. I usually have a couple of these hanging around because, if one breaks, you want to be ready to go with another one, but, that's basically what you want. And then you can also get one where it's stereo, like a headphone jack on the end. So if you don't have monitors like I have, because these guys plug in here and then plug into the back of my studio monitors, or you could just have one coming out of your computer as well. It's up to you, but it's nice that this one has the built-in sound card, because that means you can also plug in your headphones like I have here on the side, and then that'll allow you to cue up the next track without it actually going through the main speakers. And you don't have to do any of that, left channel main, right channel cue kind of stuff. That gets to be a pain. To start, it's okay, but if you're going to move on to DJing for a crowd, say in a club or a bar or something like that, you want to be able, with the sound card, it'll let you plug right into the main mixer. But we're not really here to talk about going to the club and DJing and stuff. We're just talking about getting set up here, at home with the computer so you can play some tracks. So what's nice about this controller, it has the same kind of similar setup as the DJ Control Compact. It's got the 4 pads, and again, it's kind of broken up. So this is deck A, this is deck B. It's got the jog wheels, it's got your play, cue, sync buttons, and it's mirrored both sides. Again, you have the mode button, so you can go through some modes for these pads and stuff. So if you have loops set up in the software and cue points, you can have these set up here. Super straightforward. What I also like about this one, unlike the DJ Control, is you don't have to spend as much time at your computer because it has a search wheel here. So with the search wheel, as you can see, I'm kind of scrolling through my tracks here. From here, I can load up my track onto deck A or deck B. So I'm going to pick a song here. I like this guy right here. I'm going to load this one into deck B, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to start playing from deck A real quick. So let me just get my guy here. Again, I'm going to go Q mode, get my first Q again. I'm going to start playing that. As you can see here, I'm going to switch it all the way to my A side, turn up the volume there. Only going to turn it up a little bit just so you can hear it a little bit. But again, super straightforward. These controllers are great because they're super small, super simple, really easy to get the hang of and start going. So again, you know, once you press that mode button, you can pick from your pads down here. So I'm going to go back to my effects again. I'm going to goof around again, get that chorus, I think it is here. Yeah. So, like I was saying before, on the DJ Control Compact, it had a low and a medium EQ settings. This one has a low, medium, and high, so you can kind of play with those. Get a little bit of, you know, sounds like it's coming from next door, doesn't it? So, kind of fun. Yeah, again, the software, I like the software. It's you know, free to download, comes with the controller. You got everything there. So I'm going to show you the next mix real quick, and yeah, we'll take it from there. That's all there is to it. One more? We'll do one more? Alright.
One thing I forgot to mention here real quick is you can see the blue button I'm about to hit in a second. It's a little button that has a headphone icon on it, and what that does, that button lets you route that deck, so deck A or deck B, through the headphones, and that's your Q channel. So you can see I just changed it there.
There you go. So there you go. That's the DJ Control Instinct P8 and the DJ Control Compact. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. One tip too, I mean, you can, with my Mac, in the sound settings, I can also set the sound to come out from, if you have AirPlay set up, you can do that. If you have, you know, a wireless speaker set up. I also have, over here, I have my Ghetto Blaster, which is pretty sweet, but it also has an auxiliary input. So again, I could route from my headphone jack here into my my Ghetto Blaster here. It's up to you. I mean, it all depends on what setup you have. It's all pretty straightforward. They come with great little setup manuals that are super easy to use. Again, these are really straightforward controllers. There's really not too much to them. They're great if you're going to get started, and Also, I'd even consider using this Instinct P8 as a backup controller because I do have a higher end, pretty large controller that I use when I go out and DJ at the club. And you know, you never know what could happen. And being a DJ, one of the most important things is making sure you have redundancies. So something like this is a great way to just make sure you have something else in your bag that in case you have problems with your big one, you can have a little one to kind of help you out in those situations. And again, these are great if you just want to get your toes wet and start getting into DJing. Anyway, I'm Brad Respawn, and yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.